Stop, your pocket change is a ticking time bomb of wealth. You've been lied to. Bad condition isn't trash, it's a billionaire's gold mine. Right now, you are holding millions in your hand and throwing it away. On Legacy Coins USA, we hunt the value superimposed miracles. We're exposing the top 3 wheat PNNIES that turn junk into an empire. Your old copper isn't just cents, it's a fortune in disguise. Watch closely or lose the legacy you deserve. Let's get rich. Let's get started. Step into the high-stakes world of coin collecting, where a single piece of copper or copper-clad metal can transform from a common pocket find into a legendary treasure chest. The allure of the rare bicentennial coins and the iconic 1945 wheat penny has ignited a digital gold rush, with rumors circulating that these small tokens are the keys to an overnight fortune. Everywhere you look, headlines scream of pennies and quarters worth millions, fueling a frenzy among enthusiasts and casual observers alike. It is a world where the e pluribus unum and in God we trust inscriptions aren't just patriotic mottos, but the potential stamps of a billionaire's future. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny stands as a titan of history, minted at the dawn of a new era as World War II drew to its dramatic conclusion. While these coins are beloved by numismatists for their connection to a pivotal moment in the American story, the bad condition varieties often found in jars and old sofas are more about historical soul than a 7-figure payout. Despite the viral claims that every worn 1945 penny is a golden ticket, the reality is that the vast majority are cherished pieces of copper worth just a few cents. However, the dream persists because the extreme outliers, the pristine, red, gem-state specimens or rare minting errors, can indeed command thousands of dollars from collectors who demand nothing less than perfection. When we talk about the bicentennial coins of 1976, we are discussing a massive celebration of America's 200th birthday that put billions of unique, dual-dated 1,776 1976 quarters, half dollars, and dollars into the hands of the public. These coins, featuring the colonial drummer and the Independence Hall designs, were intended to be kept as mementos of national pride. Because they were minted in such astronomical quantities, the circulated versions you find today are typically worth exactly their face value. The millions of dollars narratives often stem from a misunderstanding of ultra-rare 40% silver-proof sets or legendary transition errors that are essentially the unicorns of the coin world, rarely seen and even more rarely sold. One of the most captivating legends in this hobby is the idea of a coin with value superimposed, a term that suggests a secret worth hidden in plain sight or a mistake so rare it defies standard valuation. While the internet is rife with images of coins supposedly worth a fortune, many of these are the result of clickbait, marketing, or misleading listings on auction sites where people can ask for any price they desire. A coin in bad condition usually tells a story of decades of travel through the American economy, and while that wear and tear usually lowers the financial value, it increases the sentimental weight of the object as a survivor of time. To truly understand why a rare coin might be worth a fortune, one must look at the intersection of rarity, demand, and grade. A 1945 penny with a D for Denver or S for San Francisco mint mark might be slightly more desirable than its Philadelphia counterpart, but only if it looks as though it was struck yesterday. The billionaire status often mentioned in sensationalist articles is a hyperbolic dream. Even the most expensive U.S. coin ever sold, a 1794 flowing hair silver dollar, only recently crossed the $10 million threshold. For a common Lincoln cent or a bicentennial quarter to reach such heights, it would have to be a one-of-a-kind anomaly that breaks all the rules of known minting history. The phrase, "don't spend them, they could be worth a fortune," is a powerful motivator that has saved many historical artifacts from being lost back into the void of vending machines. It encourages a sense of wonder and a treasure hunter mentality that makes every handful of change a potential adventure. Even if your 1945 wheat penny or 1,776 1976 quarter doesn't buy you a private island tomorrow, the act of holding onto it preserves a piece of the American legacy. These coins serve as tangible links to our ancestors and the grand celebrations of our past, making them valuable in a way that goes far beyond the fluctuating prices of a collector's market. Modern legends often claim that unimaginable worth is hidden in standard circulation, and while this is a stretch for 99.9% of coins, the search itself is what builds the community. The liberty and in God we trust, engraved on your 1945 penny, represent the resilience of a nation, and for some, that is worth more than any stack of paper bills. When you find a coin that looks off, perhaps the date is doubled or the metal seems different, that is when the real excitement begins. These errors are the glitches in the matrix of the US Mint, and they are the only true path to the high-value payouts that the headlines are always talking about. Ultimately, your collection is a museum in your pocket, and the best way to determine its true potential is to look past the hype and focus on the details. While a worn 1945 penny might not make you a billionaire overnight, the knowledge you gain about history and economics is an investment that never depreciates. Keep your eyes peeled for those crisp edges and unusual markings, and remember that even if the market says it's worth a cent, the thrill of the hunt is priceless. If you ever find a coin that truly defies explanation, that is the moment your hobby might just turn into a life-changing discovery. So stay with me for next penny coin. Next up, where pocket change can collide with legendary fortune, the 1953 D. Lincoln Wheat penny and the bicentennial coins of 1976 represent the ultimate treasure hunter's dream. Imagine a scenario where a dusty, worn-out penny from the Eisenhower era or a dual-dated quarter from America's 200th birthday isn't just a relic of the past, but a ticket to a life of unimaginable luxury. While millions of these coins were struck for standard circulation, the real magic lies in the anomalies, those rare, unintended glitches in the minting process that collectors are desperate to own. The D mint mark from Denver on a 1953 penny might seem common, but when combined with a catastrophic strike error or a wrong planchet miracle, the value can skyrocket into the stratosphere, leaving standard currency far behind. The 1953 D. Lincoln Wheat penny is a cornerstone of American history, minted during a time of post-war prosperity and cultural shifts. While a standard, bad-condition penny might only fetch a few cents at a local shop, the story changes entirely if that coin is an era variety featuring value superimposed by its rarity. One of the most legendary finds is a 1953 D penny accidentally struck on a silver dime blank, creating a white, shimmering cent that defies all logic. These wrong planchet errors are the holy grails of the Lincoln series, capable of fetching tens of thousands of dollars at high-stakes auctions where billionaires compete for the world's most elusive treasures. When it comes to the bicentennial coins, the hype is even more explosive, as these coins were designed specifically to commemorate 200 years of American liberty. The 1776 1976 bicentennial quarters, half dollars, and dollars, featuring the iconic colonial drummer and Independence Hall, were saved by the billions, yet the market for ultra-rare versions has never been hotter. The headlines shouting about million-dollar quarters often refer to experimental strikes or the rare 40% silver-proof sets that were never meant for general circulation. If you happen to find a bicentennial coin with a major double-die error, where the letters of Liberty or In God We Trust appear clearly doubled, you aren't just holding a quarter, you are holding a piece of history that collectors will pay a fortune to secure. The term bad condition often scares off amateur hunters, but seasoned veterans know that a coin, soul, and its errors can sometimes outweigh a perfect finish. A 1953 D penny that looks beaten and bruised might actually be a rare off-center strike, where the dies slam down on the metal at a crooked angle, leaving a portion of the coin blank and the design beautifully distorted. These error coins are like fingerprints. No two are exactly alike, and their uniqueness creates a demand that can turn a common piece of copper into a high-value asset. In the eyes of a professional grader, a clipped planchet or a repunched mint mark on a 1953 D penny can be the difference between a throwaway cent and a centerpiece for a world-class collection. Collector demand is the fuel that drives these prices into the millions, as the number of available rare coins shrinks while the number of enthusiasts grows. There is a primal urge to own something that no one else has, and the 1953 D and Bicentennial series provide plenty of opportunities for those with a keen eye. The E pluribus unum and In God We Trust mottos become symbols of a potential fortune when they are found on a coin that was struck with a die crack or a BIE error, a small vertical line between the B and E of liberty. These tiny imperfections are what collectors live for, and they are willing to pay astronomical premiums to add a one-of-a-kind error to their vaults. Do not be fooled by the simplicity of these coins. The world of high-value numismatics is complex and requires a sharp eye for detail. A 1953 D penny might look like any other, but if it has a D over D repunched mint mark, you've found a treasure that is highly sought after in today's market. Similarly, if your bicentennial quarter lacks a mint mark but is made of silver instead of the usual copper-nickel sandwich, you could be looking at a prototype or a special collector's issue that was accidentally released. These are the hidden gems that the headlines talk about, the coins that can turn a regular person into a millionaire overnight if they know exactly what to look for. The advice, don't spend them, is more than just a suggestion. It's a strategy for building generational wealth. Every time you receive a 1953 D wheat penny or a 1976 bicentennial coin in change, you should treat it with the same respect as a winning lottery ticket until you've inspected every millimeter under a magnifying glass. The presence of liberty on these coins is a reminder of the freedom to hunt for treasure, and the In God We Trust motto reflects the hope of every collector that their next find will be the big one. In a world of digital currency, these physical artifacts are becoming even more precious, as they are the only tangible links to the industrial mistakes that created the world's most valuable coins. Your journey into the world of rare coins is just beginning, and the 1953 D penny and bicentennial units are your starting line. Whether you are looking for that superimposed value through a striking error or seeking a rare silver composition hidden in plain sight, the potential for a life-changing discovery is real. These coins have survived decades of travel, from the pockets of 1950s schoolkids to the change jars of the 21st century, all waiting for someone to recognize their true worth. Keep your coins safe, keep your eyes sharp, and remember that in the world of rare USA coins, the next billion-dollar find could be sitting right in the palm of your hand. Next up, the electric world of numismatics. The year 1956 stands as a monumental chapter for the Lincoln wheat penny, where a simple D for Denver or a plain Philadelphia strike can hide a secret fortune. While billions were minted, the allure of the 1956 penny lies in its potential for catastrophic and beautiful errors that defy the standard laws of currency. Collectors today are scouring through old jars and bad-condition lots, hunting for that one-in-a-million piece where the design is warped, doubled, or struck on the wrong metal entirely. These aren't just cents, they are historical artifacts from an era of chrome and rock and roll, carrying the weight of a nation's legacy within their copper frames. When we talk about unimaginable worth, in a 1956 penny, we are often looking for the legendary value superimposed through rare minting mistakes. Imagine finding a penny that was accidentally struck on a silver dime planchet, a gleaming white-silver 1-cent piece that weighs less than it should and shines brighter than any copper coin ever could. These wrong planchet errors are the titans of the auction block, often fetching thousands of dollars because they represent a physical glitch in the U.S. Mint's high-speed production. Even in a worn or bad state, the sheer impossibility of their existence drives collector demand into a frenzy, as these coins are essentially unicorns made of metal. The bicentennial coins of 1976, the quarters, halves, and dollars, capture the spirit of 1776 with their dual-dated 1776-1976 inscriptions, and they have become the center of a modern treasure hunt. The headlines screaming about millions are fueled by the discovery of experimental strikes or rare 40% silver versions that were never intended for your local grocery store's cash register. While most bicentennial coins you find in change are worth exactly their face value, the overnight billionaire dreams come from the prospect of finding a unique transitional era or a doubled die, so prominent it can be seen from across the room. These are the coins that change lives, and they are exactly why you should never spend a bicentennial coin without a second look. In the case of the 1956 D penny, the D mint mark itself can be a source of incredible value if it shows signs of being repunched. A repunched mint mark, RPM, occurs when the letter was punched into the die more than once, creating a ghost-like secondary image or a thick, distorted letter. While a standard 1956 penny in poor condition is a common find, an RPM variety in that same condition can command a significant premium from specialized collectors who live for these microscopic details. It is the thrill of the treasure hunt that makes the 1956 series so addictive. The difference between a common coin and a high-value rarity is often just a fraction of a millimeter of copper. The phrases "e pluribus unum" and "in God we trust" take on a whole new meaning when they are doubled or distorted by a double die error. For the 1956 Lincoln cent, a double die obverse DDO can cause the date and the word liberty to appear as though they were stamped twice, slightly offset. Even a bad condition coin with this error is a prize because the mistake happened at the hub level, meaning only a limited number were ever produced before the error was caught. Collectors demand these pieces not for their beauty, but for their scarcity. They are the broken coins that became more valuable than the perfect ones, proving that in the world of money, flaws can be worth a fortune. The term bad condition is often a smokescreen that hides true value from the untrained eye. Many of the most expensive coins ever sold were found in junk bins or inherited collections where the owner had no idea what they held. A 1956 penny with a cud error, a raised blob of metal caused by a broken die, might look like a damaged, worthless coin to a novice, but to a numismatist, it is a rare and desirable strike-through. These physical anomalies are the fingerprints of history, and they are the only reason a simple penny can suddenly be worth as much as a luxury car or a down payment on a house. We live in an age where the billionaire status is a rare peak, but the overnight rich stories of coin collectors are very real. The bicentennial series and the 1956 wheat penny serve as the perfect entry point for anyone looking to change their fortune with just a little bit of luck and a lot of observation. The sheer volume of these coins remaining in circulation or tucked away in attics means that the next big discovery hasn't been found yet. It could be a 1956 D penny with a BIE error, a die crack in the word liberty, or a bicentennial quarter struck on a planchet intended for a different country. The possibilities are as endless as the coins themselves. Ultimately, your pocket change is a lottery where the tickets are free and the prizes are legendary. The most valuable coins are those that tell a story of human or mechanical error, standing as survivors of a massive industrial process. If you find a 1956 Lincoln cent or a bicentennial unit that looks unusual, hold on to it with everything you've got. Do not clean it, do not spend it, and do not underestimate it. You are holding a piece of the American dream, a tiny copper or clad vessel that could, with the right error, turn your world upside down and make you the next legend in the history of rare USA coins.